in the first meeting this year, and that's very, very important as far as the Cardinals' confidence is concerned.
I think we needed that more than anything else to prove that we can beat Washington. We knew we could beat everybody else in our division, but Washington, been in the playoff and been in the Super Bowl a couple of times, have shown that they were the most dominant team in our division. So to beat them gave us that little added incentive so that we can go up there and beat them now.
More pressure game experience, but really the last month has been just full of pressure for the Cardinals, as Cardinal linebacker E.J. Jr. explains.
The last 3 games we played this season so far have been the same style of ball that we have been playing in Alabama, and I feel that this team has really grown and matured and has come to a fact that we can play with the big boys now. All we have to do is just go out there and get this one.
Boys, because as you said, Jim, no stadium in the NFL is louder than RFK.
It's a pretty big deal. We're talking today about hopefully we didn't get the ball inside the 5 or 10 yard line. Like last year, we played down there and have a kickoff return, maybe the 25, and have a penalty, which brought it back to 12 or something. And you get down that far end zone, it really gets so loud down there. But you know, it'd be good to play on our side of the field. And going in, I think that kind of quietens the crowd down anyway.
That's it.
Live at RFK Stadium in Washington, where it's the Redskins against the St. Louis Cardinals for the championship of the NFC East. Now, the Skins have already clinched at least a wild card spot, but they are counting on Joe Theismann to lead them to a 3rd straight division title. And for their part, the Cardinals are relying on the strong arm of their quarterback Neil Lomax to spark them to their 1st division title since 1975.
Was met earlier this season in St. Louis. It was a battle royal that went down to the wire. I'll be taking a look back at that game and analyzing what to look for in today's rematch.
And we'll also be hearing from the big truck in the Washington offense, the man they call the Diesel, John Regan.
Welcome to the last day of the regular season on the NFL today. Coming up in a few minutes, of course, that Eastern Division showdown between the Cardinals and the Redskins. More on that and an updated look at the playoff picture in a short while. St. Louis, Washington with a title at stake. And, Jimmy, every place I went this week, folks told me that the Cardinals have the best personnel in the NFC East right now.
If you break them down man to man, definitely that's true, Brent. But I'll tell you what, the St. Louis offense, which is, of course, Lomax to Green and to their wide receivers, is the weakness of the Washington Redskins because they're a little slow deep, and that's how they've been beaten. But the one thing that the Redskins do, they never make mistakes in a big ball game like this. You know, I have 3 people who work with me on these games, Brent, and I want you to know that all 3 of them, like Washington, I was the only one that kind of favored St. Louis a little bit.
But the Greek favors a democracy, so you're going with the Redskins.
No question about it, we're going to go with the Redskins to win it 24-21.
How about in RFK Stadium, John Riggins, just a short time ago, receiving passes, and we get confirmation that he will indeed start and try to play this afternoon against the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, of course, win or lose today, the Redskins are in the playoffs where they will...
Of course, the Washington Redskins and the St. Louis Cardinals, who are about to battle it out for the NFC East Championship today, are no strangers to each other. They met in St. Louis back in mid-season, and it was a matchup of 2 teams that were at the top of their form. The Cardinals came out smoking on the first series of the game. Neil Lomax hit Roy Green over the middle for a quick 7-0 lead. Then it was Joe Theismann's turn. He picked up 25 yards in his sideline toss to Art Monk. The drive continued. And with 3rd and goal on the Cardinal 3, Theismann unloads to Clint Didier for the touchdown that tied the game at 7-all. In the 3rd quarter, with the Skins down 10-7, Theismann hits Calvin Muhammad for a 33-yard gain. That set up a touchdown and a 14-10 Redskin lead. Neil Lomax looked to rally the Cards, but instead was sacked. And this fumble opened the door for Washington to pull away. 6 plays later, Theismann cashed in. He hit Rick Walker in the end zone, and the Redskins had a commanding 21-10 lead. The Redskins added a field goal, and the Cards a Doug Marsh touchdown. Then Lomax spotted his favorite sight, Roy Green, for an 83-yard touchdown. But O'Donohue missed the point after. But with only 3 seconds left, he came through.
The game on the line. O'Donohue's kick is off. It's good.
Coming through, they'll push inside to the gaps, and the linebackers will come up the gut. But the key is defensive end play. Right here, number 76, Mays, forces Theismann up in the pocket, and they sack him. Big play.
And, of course, the big weapon for the Cardinals, O.J. Anderson, has been running well, but they go to the home run with the pass.
Home run, pass, play pass number 844. Lomax dropping straight back to the pocket, scanning the entire field, looks to his left to 83, Tilly first. He's not there. His third option is you-know-who, Roy Green, number 81 on the post pattern, one-on-one against the cornerback. Now, the thing that makes him so dangerous, Brent, is, of course, he's a great receiver. Everybody knows that. But once he catches the football, he is a tremendous runner.
Irv, when I was down at the Skins practice, Richie Pettibone had his deep backs out early. They were practicing coverages.
The first thing to know about the St. Louis Cardinals is that they have some fine players. Neil Lomax and Roy Green, for instance, burned Washington for this 83-yard touchdown earlier in the season. And O.J. Anderson continues to be a punishing, effective runner. The Cardinals beat Washington in October on this Neil O'Donoghue field goal. But the second thing to know about the Cardinals is this. They don't have nearly the big game experience of the Redskins. None of the Cardinals has ever played in a game with so much at stake. Never have they found themselves in this kind of pressure cooker, in this kind of stadium, with this kind of crowd, singing this kind of song. We're live at RFK Stadium in Washington, D.C., sold out for the 140th consecutive time, and this is it. This is for all the marbles. If Washington wins, the Redskins win the NFC East. They're the champions. The wild card game would be the Rams against either the Giants or the Cowboys. If St. Louis wins, the Cardinals are the NFC Eastern Division champions. The wild card match would be the Redskins against the Rams or the Cowboys. So, it is indeed for all the marbles, and no matter how long you do games, when you get to one like this, they just are something different. I'm Pat Summerall along with John Madden. And John, it wasn't too long ago that Joe Gibbs and Jim Hannafin were assistant coaches together, so they know all about each other's coaching philosophies. We talked with Jim Hannafin and Gibbs, and first of all, let's get to the Cardinals and how will Hannafin approach things.
Well, you know, I think Jim Hannafin probably learned more from last year's Super Bowl where the Raiders beat the Redskins than he did from being with Joe Gibbs. I think that a lot of teams learned how to play the Redskins on that day, and the way to play the Redskins is to play them aggressively, and that's what Jim Hannafin says, not only on offense and defense, special teams, but that whole package there. And he says what you have to do on offense, you have to spread them out, we have to go deep, and I would think that they're going to try to get to Roy Green early. He said on defense now you have to go after him. He said you just can't sit there in defense. You have to blitz him. The last time they played him, they won, and they blitzed him over 40 times in that game.
But John, to a man, it's more like a mist than it is a rain. Neil O'Donoghue. Mike Nelms and Otis Wansley will be deep. It's Nelms that they'd like to handle it. One of the best. And here we go for the championship. Outside the 20, about the 23. Dave Aarons was the Cardinal who knocked him down. The lineups. The Redskins offensive backs and receivers. Theismann the quarterback. They'll start Riggins. Calvin Muhammad and Art Monk are wide. Clint Didier is also a starter. Don Warren is the other tight end starter. Joe Jacoby, Grimm, Donnelly, Huff, and Mark May. And Russ Grimm made a remarkable comeback. Al Baker tripped him up. The Cardinal defense includes Baker, Ramsey Dardar, David Galloway at right tackle, and Curtis Greer at right end. E.J. Jr. in the middle, and Thomas Howard and Charlie Baker are the outside linebackers. The secondary, Lionel Washington and Wayne Smith, the cornerbacks. Lee Nelson and Benny. Monk moves, Theismann to throw. Chased, and down goes Theismann by Lee Nelson. A blitzing safety man. They told us they felt they had to do that.
That's what they said. There's no way that you watch 38. Lee Nelson, he's a strong safety. He's coming from the outside. They don't have a blocker for him. Theismann looks up, and the first thing he sees is Lee Nelson right on him.
Muhammad split wide to the right. Theismann gets it out of there for Muhammad. Almost picked off by the Cardinals. Benny Perrin just couldn't find the handle. Looked like there might have been some contact.
Well, that was one. It looks like with the safety coming over, Lionel Washington is running with him. Could have been a bump. It looked like Muhammad slowed up there. And and Stump Mitchell's an exciting guy.
And dangerous. This one hangs up there, typical Hayes punt. Mitchell at his 44. Stump Mitchell into Redskin territory, but here come the yellow flags flying. Mark Murphy on the stop is the referee. Offense. Lomax, quarterback. Anderson, the lone runner usually. Roy Green and Pat Tilley wide. Tight end John Good, who started in place of LaFleur. Marsh is the other tight end. Luis Sharp. Doug Dawson, the rookie, starting in place of Steve. Randy Clark at center. Joe Bostic and Judy Robbins, the other two offensive, as Anderson lost one. Now they go with 3 wide receivers. Danny Pittman is the third. Lomax to Tilley. Got him. Vernon Dean, the Redskin defender, and Tilley goes out of bounds inside the Redskin defense. The line is Mann and Manley, the ends. Butts and Darrell Grant inside. Mel Kaufman, Neil Olkowitz, and Rich Malott, the linebackers. In the secondary, Green and Dean are the corners, and Ken Coffey and Curtis Jordan, the safety men. 2 tight ends set up. Anderson will get the first down. Curtis Jordan took him out of bounds. He got away from Rich Malott to get just enough for the first.
And Jim Hannafin told us last night he wants to start that way because he has a rookie, Doug Dawson, as you mentioned, years ago. Darn near 20 years ago, I coached with Rod. He has experience.
Lomax going for Green. Bumped maybe in the end zone, and no flag is falling. Held by Charlie Hennigan, set back in 1964, 101. Lionel Taylor had 100. And Art Monk now has 96. Moving up. Batted away by Bubba Baker, who had a chance in the game. And the handoff is to Riggin. He bumps into the back of Jacoby, and Wayne Smith drags him down. Only a couple. 32. Heisman back to throw. Under pressure. Didier's got it. Wayne Smith drags him down at the Cardinal 22. Clint Didier. But now it's tough to throw a football and find the guy open. The Cardinal 23. 1st and 10 Redskins. Fake to Riggins. Going for the corner to Monk. Touchdown. Mark Mosley for the extra point with Theismann holding. It's good. 7-0 the Redskins. Beg your pardon. It's not good.
I watched Joe Theismann throw it again. Right after he throw it, he gets whacked.
Back live. Here comes Stump Mitchell. Flags are down as Mitchell is hammered just outside the 20. Injured Cardinal down is Stump Mitchell.
Of the receiving team. First down. Timeout.
I don't know that Stump Mitchell saw that hit of Otis Wansley coming. This is a tough thing. Stump Mitchell has to take that ball right up in there. Watch 39. Otis Wansley puts his helmet right in there. I'll tell you, he really gave Stump Mitchell a shot. He's still down.
He also got hit by Anthony Jones at about the same time. Redskins 6-0. The Redskins got the touchdown, but they missed the extra point. Boy, that's something that will inevitably come back and haunt you. He just pulled it.
Had plenty of height.
Stump Mitchell is the injured Cardinal who's being assisted off the field now. He really took a wallop from Wansley and from Jones late.
Yeah, it looked like he did.
Playoff before the playoff. Lomax out of the pocket. Going for Green, and if he's... Green had a couple of steps on...
He just runs. They have a safety sitting back there. He just runs right by him.
This guy is, for a person who started off as a defensive back, Redskins look like they might be bringing a blitzer. Lomax gets it out to Anderson. O.J. Anderson gets some clutch, tough yards before he's stopped by Rich Ballot. It's a Cardinal first down, 17-yard gain.
This is a thing that Neil Lomax was saying he has to do more, is have a little patience. If you're getting rushed, if they're coming, find the short guy. You see, Otis Anderson started to block there. He looked deep. He couldn't find anything. Didn't take the sack. Didn't force anything. Just found Anderson, gave it to him, and picked up a first down. He said, clock expire.
Delay of game, number 15, offense, first down.
Lomax will throw it on first down. Outside to Anderson. Anderson hammers it up to the 30 before Dave Butts chases him down with help from Neil Oakowitz.
That's one of those things that the 49ers do. You can run them inside or outside. And the third thing you can do is just throw a little loop to them. Of course, they'd like to pick up more than that. You'd like each game, but it's only their second game on grass all year.
Going for Green. The other Green was there with him, and there's no penalty call. Darrell Green was right back there with him.
It's right there. And then he comes in now. He's trying to get his arm in there, but there's a double dipper there before the ball got there. They could have called Darrell Green on that.
In motion. Big to Riggins. From up. Dropped it. Had it and dropped it. Incomplete. Lionel Washington was in the foot brace.
Pushing beyond the quarterback.
Riggins is back, and here he goes. He doesn't go very far. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage before E.J. Jr. and Charlie Baker. You're talking about a little rain and mud. E.J. Jr. said
Cardinals have only played, this is only their second game all year. And he said it's really...
Here moves again. Pressure. Theismann gets out of it. Theismann gets almost completely out of it. He is hammered by Thomas Howard.
I don't know how he gets up, just gets hit and bounces up. Watch him here. David Galloway is the first guy. He gets here. Theismann gets away. Bubba Baker has him by the jersey. He gets away from that. And then look at the hits that he takes right there at the end of it. Thomas Howard's going to be the guy coming in at the end. He's darn near going without a jersey. Make it out there.
Excuse me, John. Earl Farrell and O.J. Anderson with a runner. They get it to Farrell. Lomax does. Farrell gets outside the 35 to the 37. Olkowitz and Malott converge after a gain of 16.
Really learning. You see again here, he's trying to go deep. You see, he tried to go to the right, tried to go to the left. Now, instead of forcing something, he says, okay, I'll just dump it off right here to Earl Farrell and still get 16 yards.
And he gives most of that credit to his Lomax back to throw. Got it to Green. Green about, looks like he's very close to a first down.
Both of them were selected to the Pro Bowl this week, so they're both Pro Bowl players going one-on-one against each other. Now that's a pretty good match within a good match. You know what I mean? A game within a game.
Yeah, that's why we get along. Anderson over the right side on first down. Dexter Manley on the bottom of the pile, but Anderson got about 4 or 5. Lomax out to Anderson. Faced by Malott. Fumble. The Redskins can come up with it. Vernon Dean. They're out of bounds. Back close to midfield, but the Redskins have the ball. Coming up with a fumble is hurt.
Watch this. It's the same type of thing. Lomax again dumps off to Otis Anderson. He's dangerous in the open field. Starts to make a move. Just as he gets hit on the left shoulder by Monty Coleman, the ball bounces out. Vernon Dean picks it up, stepped out of bounds right there, so they blew the whistle. Anytime you start to talk.
Well, they lost to Dallas and to the Rams and to the Giants. They were a serious problem. Then they cut them down and they started to win again.
That's the thing. And then you play the Redskins, and you really can't have turnovers against the Redskins because they're so.
First quarter. With the score, the Redskins leading the Cardinals by the score of 6-0. Has one of those motors. Here's Riggins again, behind Jacoby and Grimm. Riggins barrels is hammered by the Cardinals, but gets down to about the 31-yard line. Theismann back to throw. Cardinals have left its month. Into the end zone, touchdown. His second of the day. Mosley this time is successful, but there's a flag down. Penalty marker down.
Roughing the kicker, so the point will Washington. Watch him. He got beat for the touchdown, and he's the guy that they called the penalty on right there for roughing Mark Mosley. It's a double difference, 2 for 2.
Redskins up 13. 2 touchdown catches from Theismann. Yep, Hayes drills it to Danny Pittman, who's going to bring it out or try to. Pittman outside the 20, about the 22. Anthony Jones was down to make the stop. Lomax on first down goes to Green. Steps out of bounds after a pickup of about 8. Darrell Green.
Game like this and not having been in one for a long time.
Back to punt, and Nelms back deep to the Redskins. Shanked off the side of his foot and fielded only about 10 yards down the field by Greg Williams. That's about the worst kick I ever saw.
I've never seen it. Watch this thing. It's a line drive. It's just going to barely get over the offensive line. Watch it. That thing just goes like a little line drive to third base. Williams like the third baseman. You know, it looked like just before he kicked the. You see the right foot? Yeah, it looked like he got a hunk of dirt, like a shank. You know how in golf you hit behind the thing?
Hit it fat.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Don't get much. The injured Redskin center who went to the Pro Bowl last year hurt his knee against the Cardinals in their first meeting, and there's his brother, Joe Bostic.
His mother and father are in the stands. I asked his father.
Mosley comes to the right this time, and Riggins will probably go in that direction. And he does, and gets the first down. Kurt Ollerman made the initial hit. It's close.
Grim.
Fourth, and just a couple of inches. They have converted. Wansley moves to the left. Riggins moves up. And he moves up a little more. It's close. It's still going to be close as Benny Perrin cut him down.
Because he had it. He couldn't get in there. He had to bounce to the outside. And when he bounced to the outside, Benny Perrin, the free safety, was able to get up and tackle him in the open field. That's not a first down. Now watch it here. He's going to start to the left side. You see, start in here. Couldn't find any hole in there. Watch 23. Benny Perrin come up. Now that's a heck of a tackle for a little guy. He was checking his nostrils out, see if he still had everything in there.
Manley after Lomax. Roy Green has got it, stays on his feet. Cut down finally by Ken Coffey. But it's a Cardinal first down and a pickup of 24.
They have to get the ball in the hands of their best player, and it's this guy, Roy Green. Watch the way he comes down the field, puts pressure on the defense, makes them get back, catches the ball, gets off a couple of tacklers.
10. High snap, Birdsong comes down with it, gets off a high kick. Angling out of bounds. What a kick. Boy, he made some amends. Birdsong knocks it dead at the 1-yard line. Off return earlier. Our information was it was a bruised thigh. Don't want to be pessimistic.
Take him into the locker room now and X-ray sight.
Redskins from their own 1, and Riggins pounds to about the 2, and E.J. Jr. is there to take him down.
I'll tell you, the Cardinals, watch number 54, E.J. Jr. there. He's keying on Riggins. He goes parallel. When he goes parallel, he finds a little hole in there and just sneaks in, gets a hunk of him, and then all his buddies come and jump on him.
Second down and 9. 5:48 left in the first half. Theismann going to work. It's picked off. Wayne Smith picks it off. And the Cardinals think they have a touchdown. The officials haven't signaled yet. They say no. Mohammed was the the intended receiver. The Cardinals will have it first and goal at about the 1-yard return to the 1-yard line. That can turn things around.
That's a dangerous pass down there. Wayne Smith really got a jump on it. Let's watch it here. He's a defender at the top there, the defender at the top of the screen. Watch him. He's looking at him. Here comes Muhammad in the slant. Now that really wasn't a very good throw. I mean, it was just thrown in front of him and over his head. Muhammad looked like he was covered all around and wasn't sure exactly where to go. Now Theismann knows that once you throw an interception, you have to go and try and tackle the guy.
Muhammad, I think that was just a mix-up between Theismann and Muhammad, because Muhammad started to stop and then started back in the contest. Lomax gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis.
I'll tell you one thing, there's a couple things that are going to come back to haunt the Redskins. One is the missed
Important extra point this might turn out to be. O'Donoghue gets it over the net and over everything. And it's 13-7.
Muhammad there, he's the outside guy. Turns out now he comes in. You see him, but he kind of stops there. It looks like Theismann was leading him in. Wayne Smith saw it, Muhammad didn't.
And that mistake led to the touchdown. It puts the Cardinals closer. It's third. Monk moves in motion. Theismann going back to work. And going deep for Calvin Muhammad, who's got it. Wayne Smith back there with him, the guy who made the interception.
It's against the Cardinals.
Holding.
That's only a 5-yard penalty.
4:39 left to play. The handoff is to Riggin. And the Diesel is in the end zone. It's good. 70 yards in Eastern Conference powers. The 76ers and the Pistons. Danny Pittman on the return for the Cardinals. Pittman to the 25. Anthony Jones doing a good job. Fullback. Not a long smile. Lomax going to work, or hoping to. Gets it out to Anderson outside the 30. Pickup of about back to catch. Block. Rich Maudie blocked it and picked it up. He was great on special teams for New Orleans, and the crowd really Briggins, and now he moves. Theismann looks in his direction. Theismann met by E.J. Jr. And he takes him down at the 5, and we will probably see Mark Mosley.
Do you believe Joe Theismann on that? He just want to get down, but watch Theismann here. I think he wants to go out here to Didier. He gets the blitz by Nelson. Now watch him here. He starts to look, he put his left, he was going to straight arm him, like those old pictures you used to have. Didn't work.
Posing for the Heisman Trophy, maybe. 20-7. Theismann will hold. Mosley got it. Get a week off, too. This is Danny Pittman at the 5. Pittman to about the 26 before he's cut down by the Redskins. Pete Cronin, the captain of their special teams.
Things also happened against the Redskins, but again, being the championship type,
Cardinals operate with 3 wide receivers. Neil Lomax can't find him. Spins it out to O.J. Anderson. And Anderson whirls up close to midfield. Out of bounds at the 46 by Vernon Dean.
That's what I was talking about. Otis did. He wanted to take a shot here on Vernon Dean, but watch him now. Lomax is trying to go deep. He couldn't find anyone, so he throws it off out here to the right. Now watch Anderson. He's not just going to run out of bounds. See him just before he gets it. He lowered that left shoulder and said, "Give me one good shot before I go out."
Lomax back quickly. Look out. He does get it away to Green, and what a catch by Roy Green. Spectacular catch by Roy Green, who's hurt a little bit.
Roy Green. He's the slot man, the second guy in there. Comes up, runs a quick in. Now he's wide open there. Catches the ball. I think what happened to him, I think he just fell on the ball and probably had the wind knocked out of him. But watch Lomax. Watch just as he steps up, he sees Green. He throws that ball, and look at the jolt that he takes by Charles Mann from behind. Whew.
They go with 2 tight ends and 1 setback. That's Anderson as Lomax comes out of the pocket and throws. He got Pat Tilley for a first down at about the 21.
You know, you always wonder at the end of the game or the end of the half why it's so easy, and everyone says, well, why don't they play it like this all the time? Why haven't they been doing it? I think this is Pat Tilley's first catch. Well, the defense is playing a different type of defense. That was Tilley's second catch.
Some funny motion. Lomax going in that direction. He may have him. No, it's picked off by Darrell Green. Darrell Green made a great recovery.
Back and in and out, but he hasn't played all day.
Theismann is just going to run out the clock. That'll be the end of the first half. That'll be the last play. The Redskins leave seemingly in command as they head for the halftime conference. The Redskins are on top of the Cardinals by the score of 23-7. Robert F. Kennedy Stadium with the Redskins leading 23-7. 10-23, St. Louis 7. Jeff Hayes kicks it off. Danny Pittman at the 7. With room. Pittman, good return, knocked out of bounds about the 39-yard line. Halftime statistics. Neither team has been able to run very much. Redskins only have 47 yards. The Cardinals just have 9.
That's the thing that I think they have to do, and
break the Cardinal offense from his own 38-yard line. Going right to work, they're trying to, and there's the short pass for Roy Green. Roy Green lunges up close to a first. I'm sorry, it's John Good.
That was the thing. I think he was trying to go deep to Roy Green. Roy Green was on the same side, and he was running a quarter pattern. He was watching Roy Green.
Both times under Don Coryell. Here's Lomax. He gets it outside to Anderson. Earl Farrell. Sorry again.
I think there's really something going on down there.
Lomax rolls right. Puts a jump shot in the direction of Anderson, who breaks a tackle with a good stiff arm. He put the stiff arm on Rich Malott, and the flag is down. Jim Hannafin upset.
To the hands, number 80, offense, second down.
But it was Doug Marsh here, number 80, against Mel Hand side of the screen. You see him coming in there, and he's trying to block, and he's doing one of those illegal block from behind.
The play will stand, so it'll make it 2nd and 1 at the Redskin 41. Here's Lomax on a rollout. Gets away from Malott. He gets the first down back and gets out of bounds.
Pass. Again, Roy Green down here in the bottom. You see him fake to Otis Anderson. Come out here on a waggle. He's looking for Green. Can't find him. Decides to run. Turns the ball upfield. He's not going to take one of those hook slides deal. He's going to get as much as he can. Kelly
Reynolds got rushing in the first half. Lomax back to throw. Fires. Green. At the 20, that'll be enough for another first down.
Side receiver, he comes up. Make him think he's going to go deep. Now just stop, find a hole between the defenders, and pick up that first down.
Lomax back to throw again. He gets it outside to John Good. And Good is taken down on a solid hit by Curtis Jordan. Tilley is out to the right. Here comes the pressure. Lomax gets out of most of it. He can't get out of all of it. He's down inside the 15 to about the 14, and Rich Malott keeps him down.
Couldn't do it. Watch Lomax. He knows that Green's there. You see, he gets that pressure up the middle. Now he can't see him. Now he has to go, and it ends up in a run. But had he had protection in that middle, that would have been a Cardinal touchdown. Roy Green was wide open.
Oh, Donahue is 21 out of 32 for the year. Benny Perrin holding just outside the 20-yard line. They're calling it a 30-yard attempt. Kick is up and good. And the Cardinals pull back a little bit closer. It's 23-10 now with 11:43 left to play in the third quarter.
He's probably telling Neil Lomax there about that play and about how wide open he was. If he can't get his hands or arms on you, he'll just stick out a foot.
Tripping. Number 62, defense. Automatic first down.
There's Ramsey Gardner. He said, what in the heck was that one? Let's just see if we can watch the whole thing and see Dardar, how he gets a trip in there. See, he starts to the outside. Now as Riggins kicks back in, look, he just kicks his right foot up.
Didier looks like man-to-man. Theismann. Drop the snap.
Well, you don't see it, but Rick Donnelly has really been doing a good job. It looked like someone left early, like all the other guys left early, and maybe other than a bad snap, that could have been.
Yes.
Foul.
Personal foul against the Cardinals.
Number 31 on the receiving team. First down on the 10-yard line.
So the Cardinals have their work cut out for them. First crowd coming to life as Lomax goes back to throw. If he has time, he does get it out to Anderson again. Anderson bangs out close to a first down. Mel Kaufman over to make the hit that stopped him. Anderson's caught 7 passes today for 78 yards.
I tell you, he's so doggone strong. Bostic's trying to hold him, do anything. He's like he's on skates. And Butts gets right in Lomax's face. Look at him now. That's fighting in the pits. I mean, those are big guys going against each other, grabbing, doing stuff, holding, headbutting, tackling, down, dirt, mud.
Gets the first down. Lomax looks over the Redskin defense. Gets it outside again to Anderson. Not much doing this time as they punish him. Vernon Dean with inside from the 25. Cardinals have just about given up trying to run. Green, I don't think they'll catch it. Touchdown, Cardinals, 75 yards. He finally burned them. Monty Coleman and Curtis Jordan were chasing. But it's like the dogs never catch the rabbit.
At that rabbit right there, you know, we had seen him talking on the sidelines, Neil Lomax and Roy Green, and you knew they were talking about something. And when those guys talk, it's always about finding something deep. But I'll tell you, what made this was a good pass protection. Lomax looks right, he looks left. He had time to get Green deep in the middle, and then he found him, and then, of course, it's all over.
Sorry, I said Lomax, didn't I? The extra point is good for Neil O'Donoghue. Well, now, that makes things a lot more interesting at RFK, and the crowd is not quite so vocal. 23-17.
Yeah. Watch him come off the ball outside, fakes out, comes back in, runs underneath here, makes an adjustment right there up the field. Now he's behind the whole defense. And when he gets the ball, they're not going to catch him. That's all over. You can give him a touchdown there at the 30-yard line. I'll tell you, the thing that made that was a pass protection.
Look at Jim Hannafin's reaction.
Head coaches all like touchdowns.
He almost jumped. I guess that's the play in the third quarter. Cardinals were blitzing. This is Art Monk. Wayne Smith, the tackler. That ties the all-time record held by Charlie Hennigan of 101 receptions in a season. There's the list again. Art Monk has just tied the record set back in 1964 by Charlie Hennigan.
Theismann, that's John Riggins blocking him there. See Riggins blocking him, and then he looks like his own man hit him right there. The three of them got to Theismann about the same time. He was giving Theismann's helmet a little rub.
In motion. Take a blitz. Come out of it. Theismann has Monk, and Monk has the record. Monk barrels down inside the 20 to about the 15 before Benny Perrin stopped him.
And that's the type of play you want to break the record on. A championship game, new team needs a drive. Down by 6, that's when you want to do it. Now the fans know it. Joe Theismann is looking. Good pass protection there. Finds Monk, steps up. Monk's behind his defender. Takes one look at him, then decides to outrun him until he meets 2 others.
Now they're going to get him the ball.
Delay of game, number 7.
Game, number 7, offense, second down.
And that's the first Washington penalty of the day.
Middle, which he's playing today, and he said he wasn't sure where they would put him up, as an outside or middle. The Cardinals put
an extra point. He hammers it through. The Redskins extend their lead now to 9 points. 26-17 with 3:54 left. Ducks to kick it off. Line drive kickoff to Willard Harrell at the 1. He'll start from there. Willard Harrell gets it out to about the 30. Down he goes. 29-yard return. He's hit by Rich Maudie. 6-17 Redskins. Again, Lomax back to throw. Dumps it off to Otis Anderson. He gets out to about the 35. A pickup of in the neighborhood of 6 yards. Neil Oklowitz and Mel Kaufman on the stop. Pittman to the right. Handoff is to Anderson on the draw play, and O.J. gets the first down. Charles Mann tripped him up. Anderson's longest run of the day right there. Farrell was the man in motion. Reception to Doug Marsh, his first catch of the day. Stopped by Rich Malott. Marsh, the move man, stays in the block. Outside to Anderson again. And O.J. Anderson whirls down to the Redskins 31-yard line. 21-yard pickup and another first down.
You know, he picked up about 5. Well, sit down there. They keep Doug Marsh, the other tight end, in. Now watch 84. Good there. You see, he's on the offside. Anderson catches it there. Good gets a little shield block right there in the right-hand part of the picture, and that let Anderson get about 8 more yards.
They are out quickly.
Look at Otis take off by 31.
We now pause for a word from your local station. Quarterback. Back to throw. Quickly. Tilley. Pat Tilley dances out of bounds. Vernon Dean, the defender, not enough for a first down. Lomax to Tilley. He'll have the first down. Tilley out of bounds at about the 16. There's Neil O'Donoghue. Contest for the NFC Eastern Division Championship. Theismann going to work, looking for Didier. Knocked away at the last minute, but here's the penalty marker down. Wayne Smith.
Stay away from that official. You better watch out, Wayne. He'll throw another one on you. Get back. Oh, I knew it.
He got another one.
Yeah. Can't do that. You can't do that. They'll let you say one thing, then you have to walk away. You have to learn that. You just can't do that. He better watch it. He's going to get another one.
Right.
44.
Breaking on the ball with Didier. He's getting his left hand in there. I can see what he's complaining about.
That's Monk in motion. Here comes the blitz. And E.J. Jr. had it timed perfectly. And now they throw another penalty marker down. I don't know about that one either.
I know what they're going to say. They're going to say that E.J. Jr. had him in the grass. The referee was there. He blew his whistle, and E.J. Jr. threw him down after the whistle blew. Junior really did.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 54, defense, first down.
Boy, that's a tough one. I can see what Jim Hannafin's saying. You got to blitz. You're tackling a guy. You're right in the middle, and it is difficult to stop right in the middle of a tackle. Watch E.J. Junior. He's right here. He's going to come on the blitz. He gets Theismann, and then he just doesn't stop. Watch him. He's right there behind right over the center, behind the nose tackle, and he's going to hit the ball right there in the gap. You see, right in the right gap. Riggins can't get to him. Now he has him here. You see the official wave his arms? Now what he's saying is, when I blew the whistle and waved my arms, you didn't stop.
Well, you can't stop in the middle of the tackle to watch the officials wave his arms.
No, that is tough. I don't know about that one.
Second half has put some points on the board every time they had the ball. Now they need it again. 26 out of 34 for Lomax.
They're trying to time the blitz with a snap of the football.
Encroachment, defense.
It's against the Cardinals.
And here, now he comes over, and you see right there, he jumps off sides. He's in that neutral zone before the ball. One on Wayne Smith and two on E.J. Junior.
66 yards. And believe me, John, they've been tough yards.
Well, they've been tough yards, but this is the time in the game. A lot of hits, and he does take some late hits because you never know when he's down. Now watch him here, and watch this hit there. I'll tell you, that was a little
set. One we haven't seen before. Theismann retreats, pulls it down, and is taken down and out of field goal range by Curtis Greer.
I'll tell you, that is a big, big play because, as you said, had they done nothing before that, they could have kicked the field goal. But watch Greer. He starts up on the outside of Joe Jacoby, gets his left arm in underneath, gets beyond him. Theismann was flushed out just before that, and Curtis Greer caught.
Have to handle, and does at the 6-yard line. Page got it done, and one more time, the Cardinals have a long way to go. That was only a 28-yard punt, but they made Pittman handle. Green moving. Lomax to Danny Pittman, and Pittman still on his feet, and that gets him some breathing room outside the 25 to the 27.
Ken Coffey, he just runs up, runs a slant. Coffey looks like he's waiting for something. He breaks very late on the ball, and that's able to get, and that enables.
One on that one. First down, Cardinal. Their own 27. Back to throw he is. With time, look out. He gets to Green. Roy Green inside Redskin territory to the 45. Darrell Green.
Pat Tilley was on the same side down here on the right side. He was wide open deep, and that's why right now when Green gets right by here, that's why he has so much space out here, because Tilley is up the field, and he was.
Man hit Lomax just as he let it go.
Hey, we talk about Joe Theismann being tough. This Neil Lomax is pretty good himself. Great.
Lomax. Pittman stays in bounds, and it's another Cardinal first down. I beg your pardon, it might be a little bit.
Lomax, he rolled to this side, and again, we're going to see Danny Pittman just come up. He looks, he turns to the inside on a hook, pivots to the outside. Now, I'm sure that Coffey was playing a zone there, and he was putting him short.
Anderson to the outside, and has got the first down and more. Anderson hammers a Redskin defender, Mel Kaufman, with his shoulder. 20. Lomax back to throw. Goes quickly to Pittman. My guess is, John, they finally figured out the coverage. They're putting it 100 yards throwing. Here comes the Redskin blitz. Lomax has a man. Roy Green has the touchdown, and the Cardinals have a chance to take the lead. Good throw by Lomax, and Roy Green is some athlete.
Look at Jim Hannafin. He's saying that one thing. That was Darrell Green was on Roy Green. I think Darrell Green slipped. But I think Roy Green made Darrell Green slip.
He's made a lot of people slip this year. The Cardinals, for the first time today, have taken the lead. Boy, they have really hung in there.
They've had a lot of adversity, but watch this move here. He's going to come in left here to the post. You see, he's going to fake in here like he's coming in here. Now watch what that does to Darrell Green. He did slip right there, and then Roy Green broke it out to the outside in the corner for the touchdown. Darrell Green doesn't even make the picture. Now that was some move.
I think he had him even if he didn't slip.
I know it, because after that post move, he couldn't recover to the corner.
Cardinals ahead by 1, 6:15 left to play. Here is the touchdown and the move again.
I tell you, this is a great move. He has to sell him that he's going inside. Right there, he's going into the post. He sold him. Watch Darrell Green. Now he goes back. Now when he comes back, he just can't get around there to that corner.
And Jim Hannafin off with the headset.
Because he knew what the play was. He sent it in.
Through Monk and Roy Green.
You know, and I had 1 year.
Right now by a linebacker, it would appear. Here come the Redskin blitzers. Theismann gets out of it. He's got the first down. Eloy's
up, coming from the right side. Theismann sees him right now. Then he can't throw it. Just got a piece of it. Now he feels him coming from behind. Shows that I bet you've been doing all day.
He just likes to tie it a lot. Alvin Muhammad by Jeff. Theismann is down. Elois Grooms with the 6th sack of the Redskin quarterback.
What's number 61 in white? You see him, he does a circle. See now, Huff right there tries to grab him from behind. He can't stop Grooms, and he gets another big sack for the Cardinals.
That's one of the few times you'll see that spin move get you anywhere. 3rd down and long, 3rd and 18 for the Redskins. Theismann with time this time, going and hitting Art Monk, and he gets enough for a first down. Wayne Smith. What a clutch throw and catch.
Watch this catch. Art Monk is the 3rd guy. They had a guy deep, a guy short, and Monk right in the middle. But it was a 3rd down play, and he knew enough to get up there.
They give to Riggins. Riggins is cut down short of the first down. And let's see if the Cardinals take
one of the few straight ahead kickers left. I think there's only 2 in the game.
That's right. Good snap. It's good. Mosley hits it. And now Mosley was hit by somebody, and he's hurt, limping off. See if we can see what happened.
That was Roy Green that was in there.
They put Roy Green back in a position to return the kickoff.
Well, there's no reason to save anything. Give it everything you have. This is it.
Willard Harrell is back there with him, but this is Green. And there's nothing there. Down at the 20. 127. But I think he's praying.
He stretches his legs out a little.
Brett Spot pacing back and forth. Lomax gets it down the middle. Pickup of about 8, but that keeps the clock going. And remember, the Cardinals are out of town.
Scrimmage as he is now.
Willard Harrell on 2nd down. Lomax goes and gets Danny Pittman, and he gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line and picks up the first down. Redskins now going with 3 down linemen to rush him. He goes back in the shotgun again and goes outside to Willard Harrell, who gets it out of bounds. He got out of bounds and stopped the clock with 56 seconds left to play.
Couldn't keep a hold of it. Watch as the Cardinals do go back in the shotgun. They're in the shotgun. He bangs Harrell out here. Now watch number 32, Bernardini's up there. He has the tackle. Harrell's able to get out and get out of bounds and stop the clock. Still 56 seconds to go.
3 more yards to get in O'Donoghue's range. Lomax out of the shotgun. Can't find anybody. Does find Anderson. Anderson hammers down inside the Redskin 40, but the clock will run. First down, Rich Ballot made the stop. Fell 8 years. He came up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lomax comes out wide to right. They get it out to Anderson, and Anderson will hop out of bounds.
I said one more completion. That wasn't the one more completion. The one thing...
Donahue a little bit closer. It's to Pittman. They're going to have to hurry. They're going to have to hurry. Rich Ballot dragged him down. 13 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to hurry. 8 seconds.
They have too many men on the field.
6 seconds. They got him off. He got it off. It's no good. I feel for him.
Jim Hannaford was trying to get it in there. I told you, we talked about Joe Gibbs, the job he's done. But Jim Hannaford has done a heck of a job with this Cardinals team also.
29-27, the Redskins over St. Louis. And the Redskins win the championship. Executive producer, enjoyable day, and we hope you did. Redskins won it by 2.
In RFK Stadium, 29-27. Your heart has to go out to Jim Hannaford and the St. Louis Cardinals. They did such a great job, especially in the second half, scoring every time they touched the ball except the last time. And the Redskins, again, they are the Eastern Division champions. Now, let me get you up to date in the playoff situation. I think the easiest way down, the Chicago Bears have to go on the road. The Dallas Cowboys or the New York Giants, all depends on Monday night.
To Neil Lomax, who had such a great day. 37 out of 46 for 468 yards. Here, however, Lomax, and I know how they suffer, believe me. O'Donohue, I see them. They got the same first name, but they don't have the same hopes at the moment. Jim Hannaford, who did such a great job for the Cardinals, as he watched O'Donohue miss.
Who was nothing less than spectacular in the second half. He'll throw the Cardinals a 75-yard touchdown pass play here to Roy Green. When you give Lomax time, he's going to hook up with Roy Green. He does here, 75 yards. It's 23-17. The Cardinals are coming back. That's why they call them the Cardiac Kids. Fourth quarter, Lomax again to Roy Green, 19 yards. Touchdown. It's 27-26 St. Louis. But with a minute...
Today at 5:30, you heard my partner Tim Van Gelder, who has been in Washington with the Cardinals, say that he has never been in a more emotional or despondent locker room in all the football games that he's seen, and that's quite a few football games. It was a very, very bitter pill for the Cardinals to swallow. Time just finally ran out on St. Louis.
Tim, you know, it's difficult. Usually the clock's my ally. I like to work the clock and use my timeouts, but going down with no timeouts, 40 seconds to go, it's just, it's difficult for me. I'm trying to do some different things. They're dropping off in deep zone coverages. It's hard to force a ball. I just didn't want to force it. And we took what they gave us, and we got down there, and I just needed one more down.
They're a bunch of youngsters, and they're bitterly disappointed, as all of us are. And yet, what a neat group, and they know they got something going, and by God, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Couldn't get 7, but the Cards did ring up 3 points on O'Donoghue's 34-yard field goal with 13.5 minutes left. 26-20, Washington.
I don't really know about the interference call on Wayne Smith. I don't really know what Wayne Smith said to draw the second flag, but that penalty on E.J. Jr. was a mockery. Put a dress on Joe Theismann if you can't hit him.
It was a tough call for E.J. to accept, and the reason I think it was a tough call, he had the quarterback in his grasp, and it was just next to impossible for him to stop his momentum, plus the fact his head was down, the noise that was there, I don't know whether he could have heard the whistle or not, and he certainly couldn't have seen the official's hands. It was a very tough call for the Cardinals.
No,
tough one for him to accept.
Very bad call.
Yeah, I thought it stunk. And Jerry Markwright, I tell you, might as well, like Tom or you said, put dresses on him. I think I like John Madden. Let's get rid of AstroTurf. Let's take a couple of officials off the field. I think there's too many eyes out there anyway, and I was just very disappointed with that particular call, although it didn't cost the Cardinals the game.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Understand, everyone, please, that it would be the height of unfairness to attempt to blame any part of this loss on Neil O'Donoghue. That was a very low percentage shot for a lot of reasons, Jim.
Well, I think we've mentioned this, that wanting one more timeout or wanting a few more seconds or wanting a third down instead of a fourth down, and Lomax would have thrown the ball out of bounds, and we would have been able to get our special unit in there, the field goal team in there, taken some time, set it up, do the thing the right way. Another 5 yards down the field might have been different. So, but if and buts, you know that old saying. So the Cardinals have a great deal to be proud of, and so do these fans. They really hung in there.
Guys.
Cardinals definitely needed a third wide receiver. Duncan wasn't the answer this year, and who knows what the reason was there. Coming in late certainly had its a toll on Clyde the Glide, but it doesn't take that long to learn the pass routes, and Clyde didn't see the turf today at all.
Well, the Glide, emotional game and emotional loss for the Cardinals, as you might well expect, and that was expressed very well by Cardinal defensive tackle David Galloway after the football game.
These guys just, really deserve to win it. There's some things there, and right there in the last drive, and it's what won it for them.
Kind of came down almost to that 3rd and 18 thing. I thought for sure you guys would get past me before we get that thing out.
Yeah, but everything can't go your way. Sometimes something will go right for us one of these things.
David Galloway at RFK Stadium today with
people just how much St. Louis still loves them. Channel 2's Greg Gazinski was in that crowd. Here's his report.
This was the scene tonight as nearly 2,000 die-hard Big Red fans welcomed their heroes home.
Even though the Cardinals lost the game this afternoon, it still didn't dampen the spirits of the crowd here tonight at Lampert Airport.
It looked like a sea of red as fans of all ages couldn't wait to see and cheer their favorite player. Grown-ups, teenagers, and even one who was up well past his bedtime were here tonight. The noisy but well-behaved crowd seemed to get louder and louder as each player walked through the terminal. A makeshift stand was quickly assembled, and one by one, the team stepped up to wave hello and say thanks. First, Coach Jim Hanifin, then O.J., then E.J. But the biggest reception came when quarterback Neil Lomax stepped up and told them exactly what they wanted to hear.
We showed you all what we could do in the second half, what kind of team we're made of. We got some great guys, this team. We're sorry we didn't bring the division flag home, but next year, we're going all the way.
Within minutes, it was over. The players were gone, on their way home, and so was the crowd, with many memories of a very exciting 1984 football season. Reporting from the airport, this is Greg Gazinski, Channel 2 Sports.
and the Packers beat the Cards in Game 1. Then, of course, later on in the season, there was the incredible call for offensive interference by the Zebras against Roy Green, which took away a touchdown and perhaps a victory against Dallas. But there were many bright moments. For example, the Cards beat the Cowboys for the first time in Dallas since 1978, as Roy Green went all the way and nobody in the stadium was going to call that one back. What a season he and Neil Lomax had. Then there was the game against the Redskins as Washington went down to defeat at Busch Stadium on a Lomax field goal, which made the city and the team so proud. And throughout the season, the Cards did prove they could win the big ones. Stump Mitchell, for example, with a big touchdown against the Giants, the game this team had to win. Stump indomitable throughout the year. Then there was O.J. Anderson carrying against the Giants for a big touchdown. O.J. yet another outstanding season for the Cards.